Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and you're watching the All Tanks, All Tens Mega Series. This is where I take every tank spec from character creation to doing all tens in the current season, which is the War Within Season 3. We're currently working on Blood DK. I would like to point out that you can go in the description down below and vote for which spec I play next. Make sure you drag your selection that you like to the top and the ones you don't like to the bottom, so that you make sure that you're giving the most points to the one you want me to play and the least points to the ones you don't want me to play next. Don't worry, I'll play all of them eventually. It's all tanks, all tens after all. We'll be leveling this character in a 24-hour stream this Sunday, so tune in for that. So, before we get started with the video proper, I'd like to take a moment to talk about the previous video and its title. The title actually upset a bunch of people. At least that's what I gather from all the people that were upset in the comments, telling me I should go touch grass, which they're probably right about. But hey, this game is my job right now. So the title was, Is Gearing Too Easy Now? And the thumbnail included that I got to about 701 item level in less than 15 hours of active gameplay. And people commented that it is definitely not too easy, that I should change the title, and that I should delete the video because they thought that Blizzard would change how gearing works, or that we might be risking it, which I find adorable because my video has like 5k views or something, and if Blizzard is paying attention to me and my takes, we're all guys. And all of that is fine. I'm perfectly fine with people saying what they mean in distasteful ways, but what I'm not fine is with the fact that they keep implying in those comments that the reason I was able to gear so quickly was because I spam M+. First of all, I hit 692 item level without touching M+. I literally had 0 rating when I was 692 item level, which is not even that high. Since then, I just did a few more delves and a tiny bit of M+, and got the 701 item level. And I don't think that really contributed all that much to my 701 item level. The vast majority of my item level is comprised of crafting and delves. Like majority of my item level is coming from delves. So I think the people that were nasty in the comments didn't really watch the series and don't really care about how my gearing process works. They just wanted to make sure that Blizzard doesn't change how things are because they like how things are, and that's understandable. But they do seem to be struggling a little bit with their item level. So what I'm going to do to help them out is make a guide, probably. I won't promise this, but I'm going to try and make a guide on how I gear characters, and it's going to be the main focus of the video. That's all I'm going to talk about, is what I do when I hit 80 to gear up a character. I'm also going to go in depth about how delves work so that people don't just hear me say I did delves and then they don't know what that means. I'm going to explain exactly how tiers work and all of that, because I figured if people are annoyed with me for saying gearing is easy, I should show them why I think gearing is easy. With that out of the way, let's actually get started with the video. Today I'm going to try and get a plus 10 done. We have a Halls of Atonement key that I pushed up during the stream yesterday, and during the stream we also hit 2k rating. Right now, I'm kind of considering getting myself the 4 set because I have 2 catalyst charges, and the only reason I'm hesitating is because my gear that I can catalyze is all champion gear, and that makes me sad. It hurts me right in my meow meow. But this character's probably not going to get played after this series, so I think I might just go for this. I think that's just going to be the case. Let's take a quick look. Gloves give haste, so we're going to terrify the gloves. And I'm thinking, let me take a quick look at mastery and crit. We have 16k mastery, we have 17k haste, and we have 8.2k crit. I think I'm going to move some of the mastery into crit, which I can do by doing this, I think. Yeah, there it is. A bit of mastery, a bit of crit. We'd be losing versatility by changing it. So I think this will work out. I will also get some mastery too. I'd just be losing versatility. So maybe actually this is better. What do I get out of this? Nothing. The stats kind of just shift around a little bit. I think that's better than losing a bunch of versatility because I'm getting good value out of this 1.5k versatility. We just get some flat damage reduction. So I think actually I'm going to tier 5 the chest, and I think that's going to work just fine. Whapow, there we go. Fix the transmog, and now we can enjoy our 4 set, which buffs the bejesus out of Infliction of Sorrow, which is our hero talent. That makes a Hard Strike do a bazillion damage after Gift of the Sand Lane ends. And Gift of the Sand Lane is basically our Dancing Rune weapon being active. So I have a big Hard Strike at the end of our Dancing Rune weapon. On top of that, it also increases the damage of Dancing Rune weapons by 20% for every application of Vampiric Strike buff. I don't know how to explain this, but basically every time I use Vampiric Strike, my Dancing Rune weapon is stronger for 8 seconds. And I can get multiple overlaps of this, but I can't extend it, so I can't just keep that buff up. I have to actually just stack up different individual ones. It's kind of like Iron Fur. So I think this is going to be a fun little gameplay mechanic where I try to get as much damage as possible out during my Dancing Rune weapon windows, which sometimes I can't do because I need to use them for survivability while gathering. instead of just using them for pure damage once everything is gathered, because DPS doesn't know how to wait to form a pull. But I think it is time to do Halls of Atonement. I want to make some adjustments to the route. So what I had been doing was I'd start this whole big pull that people are kind of used to at this point, and then I would jump in and immediately do another Halkias pull. I think this is PUG friendly in the sense of it's what people are used to, but I would kind of like to do this group over here, all of this stuff, before we go into the Shard of Halkias, because I feel like people blast their cooldowns here, then they have nothing. So I should do a easier pull here and then go into this pull with the Shard once again and kill the Shard more quickly, because the Shard is actually very dangerous because of this thrash that it does. And also Synquakes, honestly, Synquakes are kind of scary. I've died to those circles more than I'd like to admit. And another thing I want to do is I want to replace pull 4 with something else. I want to, instead of going like this, I want to have a pull before Halkias, and so I want pull number 7 here now to be something like these guys, and that should be percent. Maybe I'm missing a little bit. I don't know what else to really pull. Maybe instead of these two, I should pull this. Yeah, that's going to be percent. So double Houndmaster, we could grab those guys and just grip them around, and that should be easy. Now, this is easier said than done. You can have your group kick them, or you can kick them. But as a DK, I can grip them around, and I think that's going to play to my advantage. And it's going to help with the pathing through the dungeon. So what I used to do is I would jump down here, and I would try to go back up here while this guy is in stone form, and I would pull these. But now what I can do is I can just go down and then go across, go up, and then take care of these guys. Now, one issue that I can see here is that I do need to pull these guys. So I'm going to have to drop some percent elsewhere, which might be a little bit annoying to do. So to pull number 4, I guess I can grab this in there. I can kick him, then he runs with us, and then I grip him, and I grip the Houndmaster, and I have everything grouped. I think this might have to be the case. And then for pull number 7, it's just these guys. Nobody sends cooldowns on them. I feel like that could work, because I do need to run past these guys to actually get up here for this. So I think this is going to have to be the case. I don't like it all that much because, again, dragging this Obliterator is a bit of a pain in the ass. And then I also have to make sure the Houndmaster groups, but I feel like it's the safest PUG route. I guess we're going to find out. Let's jump into a Halls of Atonement. I'm going to put up the group, see who wants to join me for this little adventure, and hopefully we time it so I get a +10 key on the board. And here we go with a +10 Halls of Atonement. We're going to go ahead and we have to run like this awkwardly, then hit this guy awkwardly, and then we can progress to the next part of the delve, what? Dungeon, whatever. Drop a D&D here, hit the Shard, drop our dancing rune weapon. People are, of course, managing to hit the mobs before I'm able to do anything of import. We need to grip this guy, and then we're gonna have to kick him afterwards. Okay. Whew. Spicy meatball. Don't like this first pull. I don't like this first pull. But hey, you know, it's whatever. It's just so awkward grabbing the Houndmaster on the other side, but leaving him is even worse because then I have to deal with it in the next pull. We're going to CC here to stop the Collector from casting his thing. We're going to grip these. We're going to try and put Anti-Magic Shell up to stop the guys from blasting the bejesus out of us with this stupid annoying dot that increases my damage taken. We unfortunately get a slasher. I'm going to immediately hit it and just try to deal with it. We're going to kick the Houndmaster yet again. Try to get out of this as quickly as we possibly can, and we should be okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. I was not ready for that. I'm just going to pull here. Slasher, this one is inactive, so we can hopefully just get around. People just need to get to us. The Shard is alive and killing us. He said, bro, what the f***? I'm just gonna reset. This is not working out. Okay, we cleared it. It's fine. This is fine. Let's do this pull that I wanted to do. I think people have their cooldowns down, but let's just double make sure that that is the case. Please just give me a gosh darn second now, guys. Jesus Christ. With the DPS. I'm looking for interrupts on the Houndmasters. One's about to cast it after this shoot. There's one. I'm gonna look for if someone is kicking this one. No, they're not. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I just really desperately need people to actually kick these Houndmasters. Otherwise, I don't know if I'm going to be living. I managed to get a kick in. Okay, this is stressful. I don't like this. I'm struggling for aggro and my dear life, as it were. But we have a dancing rune weapon coming up in a second here. I do need dispels from time to time. I don't have anti-magic shell constantly to protect myself. That slasher over there, I'm gonna grip it before it activates that. Yeah, okay, there we go. We managed to grip it over without pulling the slasher. We big chillin' now. I don't know how good it was to actually go after this pull, but it's whatever. I'm going for the slasher, or for the Shard now, and it's gonna be just fine. Let's blood boil here twice for good measure. We'll wait for another blood boil before we include the little shits down there. We'll kick an Obliterator. quick obliterator kick, do this, and then just do one of these over there. Well, by one of these, I mean a Dev's Caress onto one of the groundskeepers so I can actually get their attention and get them over here. I think we're doing okay now. There's no risk of anything being pulled near us because everything has already been pulled, so that's nice. Thrash is coming out. There's nothing I can do about this. We're going to drop a D&D because the groundskeepers are just running for the hills right now. And there we go. They're slowed enough to where it's not an issue, and I've gripped the one that was making a run for it on the slasher over there. Okay, not a big fan of how this went at the start with the knockback. I could have prevented that. That was the annoying part, is that I could have prevented it, but I did not because I wasn't paying enough attention, so I got knocked back all the way. Could have used my Def's Advance to stop that from being a thing. This thing is in stone form for a little bit longer. I'm not too worried about it. Dancing Rune Weapon, Death Strike. I got a external. We're going to grip this over. I do really want this slasher, so now he's finally active. We're going to pull him in and just spam Empiric Strike with our 4-set like I should be doing. There it is. Oh god, with the knockbacks. I need to focus on that a little bit more. Let's kick this guy. We have time until Houndmaster needs to be kicked again, so I can set it on that. Goodness gracious, it's embarrassing. I really need to pay attention to that knockback. It's probably annoying the crap out of my friends here. But luckily, none of them really give a shit if the mobs move. They don't really depend on it too much. Maybe Beast Mastery Pack Leader does because of the frontal nature of their thing. I'm going to use a knockback prevention here to not get knocked back. Who would have thunk it? It works like a charm. All right, let's continue on to the next pull. I need to mount up. I failed to mount up the first time. I'm just gonna chill and wait here, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna have to pull this because otherwise people are gonna start whining about how slow the route is. So I'm just gonna do this. Get a Death Strike in. Blood Boil these guys. Make sure somebody doesn't rip aggro immediately. And we're just gonna have to do this. I don't know how else to deal with it. And we're gonna sit there and wait for Halkias to spawn in because the patrols have been putting it up my ass with no lube the entire run so far. Along with my lack of attention to the knockbacks. That was what made me flustered. I'm not flustered, and this entire run is a big shit show from my perspective right now. The DPS probably doesn't give a shit. They're here and just smashing the mobs, which is fine, but I'm not a big fan of this. All right, I'm pulling this slasher, pulling the groundskeepers, dropping a D&D. Gonna wait for them to get over here. Okay, Death Strike. Another Blood Boil. Stone Fist knocks me back, not off the map. I turn around this way just for that. We pull these guys in, Blood Boil the new ones, and we are big chillin' now. Disrupting Screech comes through. I'm going to put a focus on this, look at the Houndsmaster, and we're going to try and get some Empiric Slashes in, or Empiric thingies. Stone Fist goes out, means I need to use my movement speed ability, of which I have 0 charges after trying to group mobs for 2.5 hours, apparently. But that's okay, it's not that big a deal. The Groundskeepers are trying to make their way over there to those mobs, but I think we should be big chill, and we're going to interrupt one of these Wicked Bolts and focus on the Flasher. I do have knockback prevention this time around. I'm going to move over to the side like here to make sure that I don't get knocked back off the edge. That would be, again, embarrassing. I'm probably stressing my healer out by dipping pretty low, but there's not much I can do about it other than Death Strike at an opportune moment, which are far and few between, it feels like. But with that group dead, I do believe we can move on to the next one, where I will be kicking this Obliterator to keep it moving as soon as I can, which is right now. I'm going to group this Collector, we're going to hit this, we're going to Blood Boil. Dancing Rune Weapon comes out, one Death Strike comes in, another Death Strike comes in. Now I feel comfortable pulling these guys over. There we go. I'm going to kick that bolt again. Blood Boil these guys as they come in. Make sure that I have aggro on that. People are kicking. That's wonderful. The Collectors are going to start casting Siphon Life soon. What I'm going to try to do is CC them with my AoE CC. Somebody already did that. A beam came down to take care of it. We kick the Obliterator. CC goes out again for the Collectors. And we're big chillin'. Okay, Thrash is coming through, means big AoE damage. I gotta make sure that I'm not stressing out the healer. I'm gonna hold my Dancing Rune Weapon because this pull is just about dead. And there we go. Okay, now we kind of have to sit there and wait for Halkias because I've pulled everything I wanted to pull so far in the run. There's really nothing for us that we need for percent. Let me just double check that that is the case. Pulled. Yes. Yeah, we're big chillin'. We don't need to do anything else. Route went to shit because of a patrol. We'd be fighting something now, but yeah, this is more than timeable. I think this might be 2-starable if people just focus on the DPS, and you know, no more deaths by yours truly would be good. Use an anti-magic shell here. stand in that and not really give a shit. Heave the Breeze goes out all the way in the back because our druid is a genius and knows exactly how to pre-position. That's beautiful to see. I'm going to use a big defensive here, stand in this and not really give a there we go. Conserving space as best we can. Heave the Breeze goes out. I'm going to go ping, then I'm going in this direction. And now we have plenty of space. Look how much space we have here. That's amazing. Now hopefully the next Heave the Breeze that goes out does not immediately drop in a very bad spot like over here. But it looks like with the people's positioning, it should not be an issue. Never mind, I lied. Next thing that goes out is a slam on me, so I'm going to drop a puddle. I'm going to stand over here. I'm going to use an anti-magic shell. We're going to drop it like this, like that, and like this, and like that, and we should be okay. Heave the Breeze goes out in this direction. I kind of want to go there, but that's not really going to be an option for me right now. I'm going to use Vampiric Blood here to make sure that we can live this very easily. And the next one, I think, is going to be here. I have to go here. I'm going to try and take the boss here. I turned off sound for my game. That's always good. I don't know where else to take because we got literally encircled by the people that were dropping these here because they don't know how to pre-position. But that's okay. I think the boss is going to die very soon. Our warrior is in a bit of a tough spot. He's going to have to just get the heck out of there. I'm going to ping that I'm going in this direction next so I can get the hell out of these. People might have to run through some shit, but their bad positioning has led to this situation. So I can't really do much about it. I can move the mobs, but I cannot move my DPS. Okay, we just keep standing in the worst possible spots. But the boss is going to be dead before the next beams. So I don't really care. We can survive this, and I'm going to save Dancing Rune Weapon because the next pull will probably kill me. And we also need to kill the boss before that happens. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. I was worried about another beam coming out, but we killed this pretty quickly. Okay. Ankle biters are here. I'm going to pull these reavers. We're going to use Dancing Rune Weapon now. We got to make sure we're high HP when we go into this because I can't heal right now. I'm going to use IBF and I'm going to use Tombstone. I'm going to try and have as much defensiveness on me as possible. We're trying to avoid pulling these ankle biters because it is really hard to deal with them. Really hard to deal with them. I'm going to run in this direction. Ankle biters have been pulled. That means I'm going to drop one of these D&Ds on top of them. I need to heal up as much as possible before these guys beat the shit out of me with their mortal strikes because that means I can't heal. So that is very good. I managed to do so. Mortal Strike comes out yet again. Hopefully we parry it. We do not. I don't even know if you can parry that thing, but at this point I think I'm safe for the remainder of the pull, so I'm kind of big chilling. Again, Turn to Stone goes out. I have to move away, but at this point I'm safe because it's just one reaver. We're looking for this Slasher. We're going to pull Slasher and these guys. Slasher and these guys. That works well for me. We're going to go ahead and do so. I'm going to pull these guys in. I'm going to taunt this Eviscerator. I'm going to get knocked back soon. I'm going to try and use my one thing. Oh god. Okay, well this kind of works out for me. I'm gonna have to Death Strike here immediately. Grip this guy over. This is looking a little shaky here, but if people could just find the kick button, I think we would be okay. Stone Fist goes out, means I have to use my movement speed ability, but I can't because it has a 2-hour cooldown. So we're gonna just get stuck getting knocked back over and over again. I'm kind of letting the knockbacks happen because of what I want to do is move away from pulling those little ankle biters because I don't need them. Slightly messy pull, which would have been helped if I just had my movement speed ability, but I did not, so here we are. I'm getting stone slammed in the face. People are standing on top of me with circles, which I think I can live, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. We kick the bolt to make sure people are safe. We get a massive Death Strike in, and I think we're big chilling now. Whew, okay, that could have gone cleaner, I feel like, but it's all right. I still need percent here. I still need freaking percent here, so this is super cool. Dancing Rune Weapon is about to go out. We're going to put it on these guys. We're going to Blood Boil. I'm going to put a D&D on these guys just to get some initial aggro on them, and then when they get closer, I'm going to Blood Boil them. I have a Blood Boil available. I can use it now, and I should have aggro. We're going to kick some of these bolts as I can, and luckily, there's no stupid slasher here. I underestimated how annoying slashers are, so that is definitely something I need to take into consideration when I can get knocked back in a very unopportune way. I should really be careful about pulling the slashers. I'm going to pull these guys. I'm going to drop a D&D. That'll slow them. I don't think those guys are going to reach anything that they could pull. I'm going to grip this guy now, make sure that he doesn't pull the slashers up the stairs, and I think we're just about done with these guys. The groundskeepers need to die before they do anything stupid. I'm going to grip this guy over, Death Strike him in the dome. This guy is not, he's gonna turn to I don't know, should we make it through? If we pull him, bro. Let's go. I'm just gonna hit him and pull him into the thing. It's fine. Both of them got pulled because that's a thing. Oh man, this is such a shit show. I really wanted to wait, but the fucking druid roar made me think, oh yeah, let's go. Fuck it, let's go. These guys with the knockbacks are gonna freaking ruin me if I let them, so I don't know, unless we like can put up. I'm getting bullied by these slashers, bro. I hate this fucking dungeon. I fucking hate this dungeon. There's no clean route to be had in this dungeon. There's just nothing you can do to make this dungeon not suck the entire time as a tank. I hope we never, ever get this fucking dungeon again, because routing this place. Bloodlust goes off. We're gonna probably, maybe, potentially, no, we're not gonna have it for, we're probably gonna have it for last boss, but we're not gonna have it any sooner than that. I'm gonna grip 2 in right away. Never mind, the knockback didn't quite catch everyone. I think we're doing okay here. Just need people to actually blow them up now. That would be perfect. I think we are going to be able to do so. Wonderful. Dropping a new D&D and just getting into the thick of it again. Okay, our Arrested Druid lived a circle. So what happened there, and it's a super annoying part of this boss fight, is sometimes he casts a puddle right after he knocks someone back, and that puddle that gets cast on, if it gets cast on the person who's in the air, you won't actually see the indicator, and Blizzard hasn't fixed it a few weeks into the season yet, which I think is a gigantic pain in the ass, and I hope they fix it immediately, because it straight up just kills people, and it feels extremely unfair because you just don't see the swirly. There's no skill to it. There's nothing. It's not like being smart about it helps or anything like that. Okay, we're just standing in shit now. I wish people kicked the little mobs. The knockbacks are great and all, but like, just kick them and they'll come to me. It's fine. Flesh to Stone goes in. I don't know who it's on. They're able to take care of most of these guys, I think. One will be reanimated, but we don't really care. Blood Torrent goes out. We're going to CR this person. I don't think they can just not take it. But it again happened where the person that was in the air got the circle on them, and that is what caused issues. Just stay on the boss, please. Just literally just stay on the boss. Don't waste globals on anything else. Kill him and be done with it. I might go down here. Nope, I'm good. I'm gonna grip one of these closer, and that's gonna be it. Drop D&D. Try and mash the bejesus out of these Vampiric strikes. These guys are jumping away from us. We're gonna grip the other one in. Vortex is down, so any jumps of theirs will be futile. Casts are going to go out soon. I'm going to kick one. Hopefully somebody kicks the other. Otherwise, I'm well and truly f***ed, as it were. People did interrupt it. That's good. I'm getting a heal cut here, so I'm a little bit scared. Our healer tries to help me out. I'm running out of bone shield charges because I'm getting hit so many times in a row, but we chillin'. We got this. Mortal Strike comes down. I'm at full health this time with fewer things hitting me, so I should be okay. That was really scary, and I didn't really like it at all, but what can you do? Into boss. I'm literally just going to go into boss. I'm going to hit this. I need to be able to fucking hit something, and people need to stop DPSing while I'm just moving the mobs. Oh my god, you can't do millions of DPS while I'm gathering the mobs. It doesn't work like that. I'm not a bear. Okay, we got this. Sorry, I'm very stressed this run because a lot of things have not gone according to plan, and I really dislike that. Our healer goes down to I don't know what. CR goes out. We should be okay. Collector doing the thing. We're gonna stop that thing from being done. God damn. Okay, I think we're chilling now. I'm gonna ping this person to figure out where the hell they want to go. Just stand on top of the things you're supposed to drag these guys to. It's so much easier. It's not even funny. As a tank, stand on top of one so melee doesn't have to lose uptime on the boss, and range just stack on the same one or different ones. It doesn't freaking matter. But like, pre-position, guys. Pre-positioning is so big. This boss is piss easy for me, so I'm just chilling right now. I'm gonna try and take this moment to kind of reset my mental, because I don't think I have a good mental going on right now. We're having a bit of a toughie. See, our friend here doesn't quite understand that I am literally standing here so that you can continue getting your melee uptime. And I've seen this multiple times now, and I feel like people just don't get it, but it's all right. People are gonna learn at some point, right? He said sheepishly. Movement speed being used to get around by our druid. He wants to get that over there into the corner. He popped a roar to make sure he can get there in time. Anima Fountain goes out, which means circles. Circles easy to dodge, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just do a little dance here around the boss. There we go. The warrior nope, the warrior didn't figure it out. There's literally one on top of the boss. I'm keeping it there so you can keep DPSing the boss. Please use that one. I guess tanking it in the middle is just what people are used to, even though it's inefficient, but whatever, man. I don't know what to say. God forbid we pre-position on those things, but hey, whatever. We're losing one person, but the boss died, and we get a reset here. I don't know how to feel about this right now. We have more than enough time to do this, unless we spend 52 minutes doing this guy right here. Yes, make sure you hit them before I can. That's really good. I couldn't heal myself, so the boss gets, or mini boss gets, one stack of this thing, but there's only so much I can do. Right, I'm gonna drop a D&D on top of this thing. Did I drop it on the ceiling or some shit? That looked like I did. That is one big warrior. What the heck? Good spread by the group. We don't take too much damage from that. I'm hoping I'm gonna see mostly single target here and not people patting the fuck out of these little ads. They do need to die die eventually, but please just like, if you can cleave while maintaining your single target DPS, do it. Otherwise, just please focus on this guy. He's going to heal so many times in a row if you don't, if you just pad on the little shit kicker adds. It's not even funny. We need to move. Make sure that our melee isn't standing in those puddles. And he sucks him off one more time. I wish our warrior was arms just so we could get a heal cut on this. This is kind of ridiculous. Are there items in the game that give you a heal cut? I hope there are, because I'm going to start buying them and using them on this thing. It's kind of ridiculous just how long this fight has to last because of it. But we're going straight into boss, and we're dealing with these guys as we fight the boss. I don't really care. I'm going to drop a DND on these guys, and they can just get slowed as they walk in. It's fine. People need to be careful about getting hit by this thing as we move into this. Yoink back is active on top of the boss-ish, and I think with that, we're kind of safe. Oh, goodness. I got so stressed out about this run when I really didn't need to. The DPS is incredibly high. We're just kind of chilling and coasting through it. But I really wanted to showcase a decent route. But I guess it was time for us to have a rough run, because the other runs were kind of just big chillin'. We didn't really have to struggle through anything yet. Then again, they were 6s and 2s, so I don't know. Our first 10 is definitely has been a test of our patience. That much is for certain. I don't want to get hit by any of these and launched into the stratosphere, so I'm just going to step away. Even though my dancing rune weapon is up, I'm still going to do it because, yeah, why not? Oh, I should step forward a little bit more, make sure we block that. Big AoEs going off. I was not paying enough attention there. That was my fault, I think. I could have stopped all that. We're going to use an anti-magic shell here so I don't have to move. Because why would I? I'm the tank. Me big tank. Me tank it with my face. Da. Anyway, he's about to move all these. I'm going to step away. I don't want to get hit. See, if I had stayed in melee, I would have gotten knocked back. We're going to go ahead and just stand on top of the boss, and that'll help us block 2 beams. See, only 3 people are affected by this debuff, which means there's only 3 people being hit by him, which means I'm blocking 2 beams, which is wonderful. We have anti-magic shell yet again. We can stand in this. Our warrior friend didn't quite catch the memo, but we did give him like a little budget shell, a little ordered from Wish shell, and that kind of helped keep him alive, I think. I'd like to think so, at least. I'm now in my Empiric Strike button mashing prime. Oh, yep, there we go. I wasn't paying enough attention because I was mashing Empiric Strike. So sorry about the route. That was a shit show. Gonna hit them with the shill after apologizing for the run. How many times am I gonna get pants? This is now like the 5th pair of pants that I've gotten. I'm gonna see if the warrior can use them. Warrior also has hero pants, so there's no point in giving it to anyone. See you guys around, and we're gonna peace out. Goodness gracious, I am not the happiest camper of all time right now. Sorry, I'm stretching so I sound different. I felt so scared the entire run. I don't think I ever procced Purgatory. Yeah, I didn't proc Purgatory once, but I feel like I got super close multiple times, and the healer really did help me out a lot. Mistweavers will usually have a shit ton on the tank. Never mind. Literally, the Mistweaver healed the druid more than me. That is actually insane. What? This druid needs to look at what they're doing wrong. This druid, oh my goodness. And I got overhealed 48%. That is very interesting. I expect it to be the top by far, but apparently no, that's not the case. I like that. That makes me happy. That means I wasn't a pain in the ass for the healer all the time, constantly. Bone Shield, 98%. There were a few crucial moments where I dropped Bone Shield, and what I think I need to do is find a way to remind me to, like when I'm at 6-ish stacks or so, or lower, I should probably try and use some Marrow Rend or Death's Caress. Something to just make sure that those don't drop too low, because I also need to make sure that I use my Bone Storm and Tombstone to keep lowering the cooldown of my Dancing Rune weapon. There were moments where I realized, like, hey, I have these 2 off cooldown for quite a while now. I think I should probably focus on, you know, spending them, which I can do if I'm not extremely overwhelmed and stressed. Maybe I should make some WeakAuras reminders for that to just automate that decision-making process for myself. But that will be for some other time, maybe today during the stream, who knows, where we have to farm a bunch of +10s, so you should come hang out and watch me struggle. I have a good chunk of Rune Crests, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to upgrade these pieces that I have tierified, because I'm keeping those for a while, and I may as well just upgrade them as much as I possibly can. Which is quite a bit. I can actually fully upgrade all of them, and then I'll have 3 Rune Crests left. I have no more use for Carved Crests, but I don't have enough to upgrade into Rune Crests, so it doesn't matter. I guess what I could do is upgrade these shoulders once with Gilded Crests. I feel like that's okay. Or should I save Gilded Crests to recraft this weapon? I should probably save Gilded Crests to recraft this weapon at some point. So that's what I'll do, I guess. Okay. That has been enough yappage for this episode. Friends, if you enjoyed it, drop a like. Make sure you subscribe because there's more episodes coming of the All Tanks, All 10s series. but only one more episode of this series remains, which is where I get the last 10. On stream, I'll be doing the rest of the 10s, so hopefully that'll be fun and doable. At the top of the description, you can find a link to a straw poll where you can choose which tank I play next. It is a ranked poll, so make sure you drag your preferred option to the top and your least preferred option to the bottom. That way, the thing you want me to play gets the most points and the things you don't want me to play get 0 points. Whichever character ends up winning is what we'll be leveling during the 24-hour stream this Sunday. Make sure you tune in. We might also be gearing it a bit, as well as playing some other games just for fun. If you made it this far into the video, include the word knockback in your comment, because that's what I was getting. I was getting knocked back so much. It was so annoying. If you do include the word knockback in your comment, I'll make sure to heart it when I see it. But as always, friends, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.